What's up guys, it's Draken. If I look ridiculous, that's because samurai never wore swords like this. Nobody, ninjas, nobody ever put full-size, full-scale swords on their back like Ninja Turtle style. Why? Well, because this is a full length for a full scabbard, and if you'll notice, even with long arms, yeah, I'm dead. I just died because a lot of samurai sword fights were over like that, and I can't even unsheath my sword. However, it looks super cool. This Hollywood myth holds up. But before we get into what nerfy application my weird Katana Tainto combo here have, first we gotta talk to you about the NBL. So the NBL is of course the National Blaster League, and I've done a full spot on it on my channel before, but I wanted to kind of feature just some of the highlights from the most recent episodes. You can see I've been doing insane battle over in that bunker arena. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been taking my nights to W after W with a couple of L's sprinkled in, but I'm really excited for our epic conclusion to the NBL, and I mean, you know that we're gonna take it home, or at least we're gonna die trying. But I highly recommend that you guys check out the NBL. It will be linked in the description box below. Check out their YouTube channel, see the matches that have happened already, as well as subscribe for upcoming matches into the future. But there'll be even more NBL coming up, and make sure that you smash my bell button so that you can catch an awesome bunker video coming up very soon at the tail end of this month. But I want to talk about this stuff because this is the focus of our videos. So delivering a variety of FPS, these are very fascinating little inventions, and they were gifted to me at End War, so I'm going to go ahead and pop it off my back. Realistically, just so you know, a full-size sword like this would have been worn on the hip like this non-dominant side so that you could do exactly that. Realistically, if I didn't have a wall behind me, I would put it further back so that I could really swing into it and get my legs into it. But this is a 1/2-inch PVC pipe with a 3/4 inch wedge here and a, not 3/4, inch wedge, I think that's how these nest. Indeed it is. So you can see that this one in particular has a 3/4 here and a 3/4 here, and then an inch over the top of that, and that inch means that this is not actually a snug fit, and even with this full two-tone E-tape wrap, it slides in and out very handsomely, but it maintains hollow tubing through the center, and that is essential. So we'll start with a long one. First off, I do want to thank the person who gifted me this set. They are obviously in Drac colors. It takes a while to wrap this E-tape. You have to drill these holes so that you can put this paracord through, so that you can carabiner it to the bandolier strap, which is also held in place. Like, overall, there's a lot of different ways to wear these. Right now, this one is held with 2 carabiners kind of in the small of my back, and it's very handsome. This one I would add to a LARP loadout for sure, because I really like how quick it would be to take the dart, load the dart like this, and then snap it off. So this is clearly the more quick draw variant, and the double setup on that sort of sling point there reminds me a lot of my Sinbad from Zombie Tools. But you stagger this like this, and if you've ever played HVZ, every squad should have one of these. It's a blowgun. So you would never ever, because this is just raw PVC and it goes against every LARP rule, you wouldn't even want to use this as a core, even though it's a fine two-handed, like Jon Snow style sword here. We would never actually strike someone with this in a Nerf war. Instead, you're supposed to take a dart, maybe 2 if you want that sweet shotgun action, put in the back here like so, deep breath, and you blow. Now, I didn't play any woodwind instruments at all throughout my musical career, but this gives people with powerful lung capacity or good swimmers the ability to break like 120, 130 FPS. Like, I know people, the only real limit for a loose air fit like this is going to be your air capacity, your lung capacity, and realistically how quick you can snap off a out of your lungs. Now, again, not really my forte, but I can get this one up to 100, 105 FPS. I've got some slightly lower figures that I can prove to you on the chronograph while I'm talking about it, but overall, the full-sized blowgun for HVZ is super duper cool, and I mean, the roleplay element is just next level. Like, this whole setup here being ready to go is super duper cool. Like the idea that you could have a very interesting sort of samurai logo, a samurai stance or ninja thing going on. Like ultimately blowguns are boring. Like Nerf has tried to sell very, very bad blowguns to us in the past. This suffers from the same sort of drawback where like, yeah, are you putting raw PVC into your mouth? You absolutely are. Does that mean that if I was halfway through doing this and a zombie is charging me and he keeps coming, that is a really quick way to lose your chiclets for sure. But experienced blowgunners stay far in the back. When they do die, they're obviously like, they're pretty ready to be like, all right, you got me. Because the reload rate is not the fastest. Now, I've been on squads with some insane blowgunners, people who can do like, but like 3 times as fast. But overall, I just really wanted to thank the person who gave these to me at End War. It's really embarrassing on my part that like I did not write down your information. End War for me is a blur of like 21-hour days that just don't stop and obligations that seem ceaseless. But when I was given this, it was clear that it was just like a very tasteful, very thoughtful gift. I can't thank you enough for making it in my colors, making sure that everything was safety orange. Like really just kind of you to put this together for me, and the matching set is too cool. I can't wait to get these to an SENC or a LARP where like I combine them with some other ranged weapon. I'm still working on finding somebody to make me decent LARP arrows, but overall, I mean, I could not be happier with these. They're the perfect combination in my mind of like very cool roleplay-esque swords. This is like what every kid would dream of, is having a sword that doubles as a Nerf blaster. Like that is very cool. So I have never heard of these before, but like if you're one of those kind of guys who makes like the marshmallow guns out of PVC, this is legitimately less than $10 in material for either of these things. They're cheap to make. You could decorate this as complicated as you wanted with tighter or overlapping E-tape wraps. I mean, you could dye your PVC if you wanted to. I guess if everybody was consenting to it and you wore some fencing gear, you could even have a very interesting sort of lightsaber battle with the PVC, but I do not recommend that on this channel. But overall, just a huge thank you to the End Warrior who gifted these to me, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. This would be a really easy like Instructables or DIY project, and I absolutely love stuff like that on my channel. I'm trying to think of how I could embellish these with 3D printing. There's got to be a way. If you could come up with an idea for how 3D printing could be used to make these cooler or make new ones differently, let me know. Comment section below. Maybe some flexible filament for a mouthpiece that doesn't pop chiclets. Who knows? Much love. Nerf on. Drek out.